Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. You all have expertise. Diddy has been at stake for these several months, and the federal authorities have opened up an authority examination. Well, you all should toss his child. Christian comes straight up into it. Since Christian just got sued by a person for purportedly attempting her, the dad and child being sued for this wrongdoing is totally insane. Corridor, yet as per Ice Cube, we truly ought not be that stunned on the grounds that Diddy purportedly put his child dependent upon it, as per Ice Cube. Diddy purportedly constrained his child to a casualty, and the genuine justification for this will take your breath away, and now that Christian is presently in hot water D on the roads is that he is purportedly wanting to uncover Diddy as his brains, and you all will have a hard time believing the narratives that Christian is at long last telling about Diddy, 'cause it's crazy. Does Diddy actually supposedly power his children to partake in his say as an odd WR of entry when I express work with us is to quit neutralizing us, quit doing that in the background, that we realize you doing you. When I let you know what is happening with Diddy continues to get more insane and or crazy. Each and every time we get an update, I'm dead serious. 'Cause besides the fact that Diddy just got a few other crazy charges, yet presently both of his children have purportedly have charges of their own, and it resembles it's a family issue or something to that effect. Since how in the world is a dad and his two children generally blamed for doing likewise? It's insane. As of now, Quincy is the one in particular who hasn't got any charges. However, at that point, he's not Diddy's natural child. So, that could have something to do with it, yet on the off chance that you all miss this tea and don't have a clue. I'm alluding to how Diddy child Christian Brushes, as of late, got that's sued by a lady he purportedly say her during a Combs family occasion back in December 2022. Yet the insane part, pretty much this is that from the way that she related the occasions, it sounds sort of like the way that Diddy works. You realize the entire get the lady tanked or high and afterward continue to say everyone. Of the 5 individuals who have blamed Diddy for doing unspeakable things to them, blame him for doing likewise in Cassie's claim. She uncovered how Diddy used to drive her to purportedly take some no candy of goober sugar and bunches of liquor, and afterward he would drive her to get physically involved with his specialist that he had employed. I'm discussing the part where Cassie's claim said Mr. Combs generally provided Miss Venture and the escort with extensive measures of medications before and during FOS. Miss Venture was given Rapture nose treats, GHB, ketamine, pot, and liquor in unnecessary sums during FOS, which permitted her to disassociate during these horrendous experiences. It became a normal spot to get liquids in the days after NFO to recuperate from the extreme substances pushed upon her. This venture was expected to spruce up in weight for a Joey Dickerson. Neal likewise guaranteed that he purportedly spiked her beverage with something while they were out on the town, and she asserted that the experience occurred while she was in school and that Diddy beat her for a really long time to go out on the town with him, and when she finally gave in, he took her to an eatery where he supposedly slipped something into her beverage as per reports. The grumbling charges, Brushes purposefully tranquilized Dickerson, leaving her unfit to stand or walk. The suit said she left her beverage unattended with him at the cafe, and a while later, under supposed tension from Combs, she endured a shot from an unpolished. They then headed to a music studio. The suit was expressed when Dickerson Neal couldn't leave the vehicle. Combs supposedly assumed she was in a position he was remaining to essay her as per the documenting. Yet much more dreadful was uncovered in the claim that Diddy had made a video of him saying her, and he shared it around reports. After the fact that a male companion named Devontae swung an individual from the famous 9S R&B bunch G.O.D. Toy, uncovered to Joey that he saw in grown-up tape alongside others as per the suit. Joey said Swing dreaded his band would lose its record bargain in the event that he opposed Brushes, yet wildly. Cassie additionally guaranteed in her claim that Diddy used to record her at whatever point he constrained her into freaking out, and despite the fact that she erased the recordings, he generally had reinforcements, and he would recuperate the erased recordings, the archive said. while Miss Venture immediately erased any photos or videos of sex acts in the event that they were taken on her telephone. Mr. Combs over and again clarified that he held numerous recordings of Miss Venture during FOS in any event. When she erased the recordings, Mr. Combs would tell Miss Venture that he had the option to recuperate erased recordings from her gadgets. On one event, he sat close to her on a flight and made her watch a video she assumed she had erased, building up her failure to get away and the gigantic power he held over her. And very much like he purportedly said, Joey's recordings around, he did, likewise P. Purportedly to Cassie, since 50 pennies, guaranteed that Diddy was purportedly sending these recordings around in Hollywood on phone, and after the rite and the be-like obvious truth, they sent me the young lady pictures. Like pictures of young lady, like not that you all saw, more terrible way, more regrettable. Wow, are you messing with me? You like entrance pictures and nah. Come on, man. I felt like those photos were not happening as a result of Cassie. I felt like they were going on as a result of puffy right gracious. Wow, you understand what I'm talking about on the grounds that when a young lady moves away from my man and she appears to be unreliable, you understand what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way, particularly like a third lady. Additionally, it was not happening as a result of Cassie. I felt like they were going on as a result of puffy right gracious. Wow. You understand what I'm talking about on the grounds that when a young lady moves away from my man and she appears to be unreliable, you understand what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way, particularly like a third lady. Additionally, it was not happening as a result of Cassie. I felt like they were going on as a result of puffy right gracious. Wow. You understand what I'm talking about on the grounds that when a young lady moves away from my man and she appears to be unreliable, you understand what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way, particularly like a third lady. Additionally, it was not happening as a result of Cassie. I felt like they were going on as a result of puffy right gracious. Wow. You understand what I'm talking about on the grounds that when a young lady moves away from my man and she appears to be unreliable, you understand what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way, particularly like a third lady. Additionally, it was not happening as a result of Cassie. I felt like they were going on as a result of puffy right gracious. Wow. You understand what I'm talking about on the grounds that when a young lady moves away from my man and she appears to be unreliable, you understand what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way, particularly like a third lady. Additionally, it was not happening as a result of Cassie. I felt like they were going on as a result of puffy right gracious. Wow, you understand what I'm talking about on the grounds that when a young lady moves away from my man and she appears to be unreliable, you understand what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way, particularly like a third lady. Additionally, it was not happening as a result of Cassie. I felt like they were going on as a result of puffy right gracious. Wow, you understand what I'm talking about on the grounds that when a young lady moves away from my man and she appears to be unreliable, you understand what I'm talking about. They begin feeling some sort of way, particularly like a third lady. Additionally, it was additionally guaranteed that Diddy and his companion, Aaron Lobby, purportedly sat down with her and her companion after they met the men at a party, as per reports. While at Lobby's condo, Jane Doe was offered more beverages and was pressured into getting physically involved with Combs after coming wrapped up doing his business. Jane Doe lay in the bed, stunned and damaged, while Jane Doe was attempting to get dressed. Lobby supposedly jumped into the room, nailed her down, and constrained Jane Doe to get physically involved with him, and when he was done, he and Aaron supposedly exchanged, and Aaron saw Jane Doe. While Diddy saw her companion, as per the archives, a fourth lady likewise documented a claim where she asserted that Diddy and a gathering of his companions, including previous Awful Kid president Harvey Pierre, purportedly saw her in Diddy's studio in New York after she was gotten in Baltimore by Harvey P. Pierre. The claim expressed while at the studio, Miss Doe was tried by Mr. Combs' third excellent, and Mr. Pierre in a specific order. While Mr. Combs was attempting Miss Doe, he griped that he was unable to get off except if she squeezed him as hard as she could. Mr. Combs then, at that point, watched on as third of selling who. Miss Doe had not even acknowledged had started as a Miss Doe, as she advised him to stop after third. Sell was done. Mr. Pierre proceeded and afterward constrained her to give him oral A, activity during which Miss Doe was gagging and attempting to inhale. After this came out, Diddy ultimately needed to put out an announcement where he denied the claims and said, "That's it." For the most recent few weeks, I have sat quietly and watched individuals attempt to kill my personality, obliterate my standing, and my inheritance. Nauseating charges have been made against me by people searching for a fast payday. Let me be totally clear. I didn't do any of the off things being asserted I will battle for. My name, my family, and for reality? And don't even get me going on El Pole's allegations, 'cause he had a lot to say in his claim, and shock, he enlightened a similar precise kind of story regarding how Diddy purportedly medicated him up, gave him liquor, and supposedly say him at a party. The court archive expressed honor about February 2nd, 2023 occurrence. Mr. Jones accepts Mr. comes tranquilizing him. Mr. Jones awakened, exposed, woozy, and confounded. He was sleeping with two laborers, and Mr. comes likewise reviews randomly meandering around the house with no garments on. He then asserted that Diddy purportedly prepped him and was attempting to pass him around to his companions, like Cuba Gooding Jr. talking about Cuba. However, TMZ revealed that Jones claims Diddy acquainted him with Cuba Gooding Jr. on Diddy's yacht, and Cuba supposedly started contacting, grabbing, and petting Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inward thigh close to his crotch, the little of his back close to his buttock, and his shoulders. Diddy's previous protector, Gene D., additionally made a comment about Diddy and Cuba. Additionally, you realize that he met Cuban Gooding Jr. through Diddy on Diddy Yacht, and it even reached a place where he began contacting him on his. You realize it is upper inward, close to his groin, as per him. Did you see the image? No, I didn't get to see it yet. Oh, goodness, my God, you stand by listening to me, man. I couldn't say whether it was what they call it when you take two pictures and they set it up. You saint like that. They consider it when they set up the photos, and they don't have a place together yet, they set it up. Whatever one is next to the other, definitely anything they call that, Cuban Gooding Jr. was so near that man that I would feel that was his woman. This is the image of how close he was to him. And afterward, his hand on his leg and likewise indicated that Diddy could have placed the thought in Koo's mind that Little Bar was new meat. So seeing no photos, do you accept his case? Definitely I accept this case. Someone put something in Cuban Gooding Jr. His ear that this was new meat, or she could you at any point break him or see? Might you at any point accomplish something, 'cause don't no one else be that near. No another man person for the, thus come on, brother, that is insane. So as per this not in the least did Diddy SAA ladies yet, he likewise purportedly constrained others to SA too. And as per Ice Cube, that is precisely the exact things going on to Diddy's children. Yet we will get into that shortly, very much like Cassie did. He purportedly fork Lil Bar to recruit laborers and get physically involved with them. The Center Archives proceeded to say that Mr. Combs utilized his power and impact. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.